Hi Capricorn, how are y'all doing? Excuse me. Y'all are number 3. My name is Marlissa. This is that Word from Mars Tarot. And today I'm here to do career readings. We're gonna see how these do. Y'all are Capricorn, so I imagine y'all are gonna tune in because y'all don't play about your fucking money. Um Capricorn off bucks, the signs that I see here are Capricorn, you showed up. Excuse me, Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. Please remember to like the video, to subscribe, and to share. All right. So off bucks, I'm gonna go a little bit out of order because that's just what I feel. You may have went on vacation recently. All right. Either you're being called to go on vacation and you may meet like a teacher while you're there, or you already went on vacation. You could be a teacher yourself. All right. But I'm not really getting that. I feel like it's like I'm not really feeling like you're a teacher, like classroom teacher. I feel like maybe you're meant to teach people, like you have a lot of wisdom. And or when you went on vacation recently, like you met someone that provided you with like a little bit of a different outlook. All right. Now, the overall energy of the spread is you, Capricorn. The devil is here. So right now, when it comes to your career, you may be struggling with um some of you may be workaholics. Usually Capricorns are, all right? Um, and if you're not struggling with workaholism specifically, it's just whatever your shadow self is coming up right now. And it may be because you're experiencing some job loss or something going on. If you live in America, we do have a lot of fuck shit going on. Um, so some of you all are having, sleepless nights, anxiety and your depression and all that is getting the best of you right now. Insomnia, overthinking. So I feel like your negative coping mechanisms may be coming out to play right now with the devil here. All right. So you could be like gambling more, you could be drinking more, smoking more, wanting to have sex more if that's one of your coping mechanisms, being a little bit more greedy, being envious of others, being obsessive, um, abusive. It's just a very unhealthy energy. Um, but what I'm feeling the most here, especially because this is a career reading, I feel like some of you have an attachment to your current workplace. All right. And I feel like you're being called to see that you actually have options. All right. You have options. You're just more so indecisive because, again, you're in your, head a lot. And also, like being depressed or, being in a very anxious state, sometimes that clouds our judgment. So you're not even able to see the options that you really have right now, Capricorn. All right. But there are options. There is some sort of judgment call coming. All right, maybe you're gonna have to make some decision, have the courage to make some sort of decision. You may also be experiencing like a spiritual awakening where you're going to start seeing things differently. You're going to start being enlightened. All right. um but if you do have a job loss, Capricorn, I just want this to be a time where, not I see that this is a time where it is a wake up call. All right. This is a self evaluation that will be taking place. Um, and what if everything that is happening right now is to guide you towards your inner calling? All right. Judgment, sign of Scorpio. It's okay to be courageous, all right? To be daring and to go, after, what you want, all right? We have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is somebody who is fast thinking. They're very ambitious, assertive, they're direct. But the downside of this card is like the impatience and sometimes going after things too quickly without thinking them through. So I wouldn't say to do that, but it is okay to be daring and to go after what you want. Sign of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Knight of Swords. This may be the energy that you're in after, you're having to walk away from something. All right. So the next set of oracle cards I have, this is why I said sign of Leo. We have this courage card here. Ask what you are afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back now. There are leadership opportunities for the taking. All right, so some of you may be scared to even ask for, other opportunities. And it's like, baby, all they can say is no. Have the courage. Have the courage to lean into other careers that you may be great at. All right. We also have investment here. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risk, but save something to fall back on. So it's like, some of you may need to be investing in education, certificates, whatever the case may be, or camera equipment. You'll see why I say that, or, podcast equipment. All right. You know how the saying goes, it's like you have to spend money to make money sometimes. Like you have to invest. You're being called to invest. Um, but in a calculated risk type of way. 555, you have change coming. Money matters. Money matters a lot now. Watch your expenses and save it for the future. You need to be prepared for the unexpected. That goes back to those calculated risk. And then the last one we have is make it work. You have all the tools you need to succeed, but you have to put in the effort. You excel at working with your hands and fixing problems. So some of you may also be like a handy guy. Use that. All right. Now these other two cards, is it two or is it, it's just these two. So we have the photographer and we have the podcaster. So these are, things that you could be good at, Capricorn, things that somebody could have told you like, hey, you should do this. You should lean into one of these, or you could have already like done photography before, but it may be time to start getting back into it. You never know where that's going to take you. The affirmation for the photography card is I recognize and cherish the richness and beauty of every moment. I recognize and cherish the richness and beauty of every moment. Some of you all may not own, like, some of you may not only, you may not only be meant to be like a photographer of, people. Maybe it's also things and like capturing that and then selling it or something. I don't know, but you are meant to cherish and recognize like the richness and beauty in every moment. Okay. Then we have the podcaster. I invite lasting prosperity and abundance into all areas of my life. I invite lasting prosperity and abundance into all areas of my life. So for some of you all coming up with that podcast, that may be what creates lasting prosperity for you. So, and I know that there are a bunch of podcasts out there, right? But it's like I, tell people, I've like heard this example before, like, how many milks we have or how even many non-dairy milks we have. Like first I was like, oh yeah, silk this, whatever that. And then oat milk became a big thing or whatever. You have so many different brands of apple juice, so many different brands of water, so it's just like, hey, like just because it's already out there doesn't mean that you can't do something and have something to contribute and be great to and receive the lasting abundance and prosperity from that. So Capricorn, definitely encouraging you to take risk, calculated risk, right? I'm not saying, oh, quit your job and then do this. But maybe it's you already start working on this venture. So if something does happen with your job, you're already working on something else. All right. But I love y'all. That's what I have. Thank you for being here. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.